Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7th. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Here we go, set.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
Got it, ready?
First and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Fires left sideline. That is complete. Wow, out of bounds. Inside the 10. It's first and goal. It is a huge play for Detroit. Pickup of 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's first and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Here's Gibbs. And he will get into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. 17 touchdowns now on the year. The extra point, up and good. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins with a run, and it's all. And this play's going nowhere, taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. Third down coming up.
Warrior 70. Let's go now. Go.
They'll look to throw. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. It's first down, and it's Hall. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
I can tell you firsthand, as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack, hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
3rd and long.
Go, trap! Go, trap! Ready, ready?
Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is caught. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game. Like, I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're...
He slams it in there, and he is in. Reese Hall, touchdown Jets. Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jets come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return starts from the 5. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll run with Gibbs. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Quincy Williams in there for the stop. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like, living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Look it up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully.
At their own 36-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Come on, set! Check go!
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And It wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They give to Hall. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
21 is the line to gain as we hit third down. He'll drop to throw. And this ball incomplete on third down.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Jets will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about one. Sauce Gardner makes the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And that ball out of reach toward the side. It'll be an incompletion. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. High throw, but it's reeled in. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. 10-7 is the score. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Hall. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Go.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On second down, a run with Hall. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Here we go. Here we go.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Set to go now on first and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. The defense dialed in. He's going backwards on that one, taken down back at his own 5.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Throwing now on third and long. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
I've been around certain quarterbacks, Mike, that loved throwing the ball in the rain, and other quarterbacks who were very uncomfortable. It looks like this one kind of got out of his hand, a little wonky, and that ball gets away from you just enough. It's going to end up falling into the wrong hands and go the other way.
60 by 6, 60 by 18, Pioneer.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last 2 throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next two drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane close quickly. And here comes 3rd down. Quick throw, taken in. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. Here now, 3rd and 5. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Lions 1st down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be taken down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Lions.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and it'll bring up second down. On the run, here's Hall. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Mike, I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle. And
nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Every time a quarterback is sacked, everyone kind of looks around at the offensive lineman like, oh, come on, guys, pick it up. I don't think this was on the O-line at all. I think the quarterback is holding on to the ball too long. You know what they say, Mike? Sacks, those are quarterback stats.
Oh, how about the coverage there? Met and dropped before he can get a return go. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And that will lead to a second down.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Again, working deep downfield.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. He's going to look downfield once again. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Lions are in the lead. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, for the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you, and the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half.
Let's go. Go.
We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. The open receiver is Dotson. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 32 yards. RPO, quick throw, grabbed by Wilson. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. touchdown, field goal, but either way, I'm coming away with points. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Breece Hall, the intended receiver. And it'll be third down.
Let's go now.
He's got his man complete. That's Judy. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. Now it is first and goal. They'll run. It's Hall. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. A little closer. Here's second and goal. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. They'll look to throw. And he's in. David Njoku. Touchdown, New York.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be at a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Past midfield. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
And that right there is how you regain momentum. You just gave up the lead, but now here comes a huge boost by your special teams. Just an excellent return. Going to set them up with great starting position on this next drive.
Now, faking the give. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Incomplete. So that challenge, a successful one. It's a toss play, left to Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that game to nothing.
Handoff here, up the middle. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. They'll run with Gibbs. This defense back up but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
What a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. It is brought in the end zone. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. A try here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Here we go, here we go. Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game?
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Williams in motion. On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
2nd and 2. You're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take you back for a loss of 2. And now you find yourself on 3rd down.
Quick throw here is complete. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down.
1st down, Lions.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. on EA Sports.
He'll
drop to throw. That's a short one caught by Laporta.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He'll get this out wide. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. Extra point try forthcoming. His kick is good. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. He'll look to throw.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. And he is going to score a pick six for the touchdown. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions tack on one more to their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. Ready?
Right back to the air following that pick six. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
Ready?
Third and long. They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
On comes the punt team now for the Jets. And he's on to punt for just the second time in this game. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. They hand it to Gibbs. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Throwing now from the gun. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They get 16 on that connection. First down, Detroit. Now Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's second and 2. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Now a give up the middle. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.